Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the host of the virtual Wine, Women, and Shoes event, the lovely, effervescent Chris Luzader. And the extremely talented, gorgeous, male model award winner for 2020 and award-winning swimsuit model, Jeremy Rabe.
What kind of male model?
You know what? If you can't toot your own horn, Chris, whose horn can you toot?
Right.
Right.
Let's talk more about that male model.
I got fired. Day one. Day one. Welcome to Wine, Women, and Shoes 2020, the virtual edition. You know, Chris, we've hosted this event for so many years.
I know.
And I miss the audience. I miss
do
them.
too. But they're there.
You're here.
We see
We're
you.
here with you. We hope you're having fun wherever you're watching from.
You're in your house. I see your shoes. They're sparkling.
Do you remember how we used to go around and judge people's shoes?
That was so stressful.
It-
It was so stressful. We would literally, like, we could pick a stiletto really well.
Yeah.
We would pick, like, a flat really well. And then we would fight about the dreaded wedge.
The wedge.
It was always the wedge.
Can I be honest? I love a wedge salad. Not crazy about the wedge shoe. Couldn't find one. Couldn't pick one out.
And then we were surfing the crowd trying to find the one. Like,
Can I also-
okay, if we see a better one, then we'll go back to her, and that's.
And it
what
was
we'll do.
also stressful because we would be walking around the event with all the silent auction and the food and things. We'd go like this,
Yes.
looking at people's shoes and be
Yes.
like, "What are you doing?"
Yes. And then lovely people want to talk to us, and it's like we're on a mission for shoes.
On a mission for shoes, and we're also on a mission to raise money for the Victim Center.
Yes, we are.
And guess
because
what? We have no audience to clap for us, so we clap for ourselves. Thank you.
There's more of these clappers just in case we need them.
Okay, we may
Yeah.
need to like double them.
Right.
Double
and
hand
then
it.
hopefully some of the fantastical staff in the room will be our laugh track to all the awesome, hilarious things that we will say. Because hilarity will ensue later.
It is my dream in life. Sorry, I digress. To be on a sitcom where they have a laugh track. That is my dream in life, just so everybody knows.
His dream was to have been on Golden Girls,
That is true also.
to be their neighbor. He
That
wanted
is-
to be their
I would
neighbor.
totally do that. Guys, you never know what's going to happen when Chris and I are hosting.
Nope.
You never know, because we're
Nope.
totally off script. I know that, because I'm trying
Yeah.
to follow along. Chris,
I know. I'm like,
know
what
where
page are we on now?
Yes, we're
I
on
don't
page
know.
1.
Brandy, what page are we on?
Oh, Brandy Bartel's over there. Brandy, can we just say hi to you really quickly since you're over there? Executive Director Brandy Bartel
Yes.
is over at our Step and Repeat with her microphone. You look beautiful, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm just so excited to be here. I know it's virtual, but I'm already having a lot of fun, and I hope everybody watching is having fun too.
Well, I hear them, Chris. They're having fun.
Hold on.
What?
This is what I hear in the background. I hear clink.
Clinks.
Clink,
They're
clink,
cheersing because
clink.
we're raising money for a great cause. Okay, we're live streaming this event this year. It's new for everybody, but
Yes.
we know that you're a giving community. We know that you love the Victim Center and this free service for victims of domestic violence and abuse. It is, unfortunately, it's a huge deal in our community. And we need to raise a lot of money for it because this is a free service to these people. And the work they do is amazing. And if you ever go tour the Victim Center, please bring tissues because you will cry.
And obviously 2020 has been, let's just say, different.
Yeah, can I also
say?
tell you a joke I saw on Facebook today that just made me laugh? It just made me laugh. It said, I refuse to change to the next year because then I'll have to admit that 2021. Did you get that joke?
Oh, I get it.
2021. Get it?
Get it?
Thank you. Thank you, Brandy.
But so
I thought it was a great joke.
it is a great joke. It's been so different.
Yes.
And a lot of, being in the home is fantastic for some people and not as much for other people. So there could be a much grander need for
Right.
the Victim Center.
And by the way,
as of now.
when I spoke to Brandy, that's a great point, Chris, because I was talking to my mom in Texas, and I know Brandy talked about it on our show, Ozarks Fox AM, that sometimes when kids were out of school, teachers are the ones that can identify some things, and with the kids being at home, I know in Texas, the abuse rates went up. I assume that also happened here because a lot of the people who could spot the abuse were not there to see it and
Yes.
report it and to help these people. So it's been a very strange year for everybody, of course. So we're trying to make the most of what we have and raise money for an amazing cause. Chris and I have been involved almost since the beginning.
Yep.
And we feel very passionately about that.
Yes, I do.
Also, by the way, speaking of shoes, Chris, guess what? We need you to send your pictures of your shoes to us. Here's what you have to do. The Best Shoes Contest. There are, like Chris said, fabulous flats.
Yes.
Which you're wearing beautiful flats too,
Thank
by the way.
you.
Wonderful wedges, which is kind of hard for us to find. And stilettos. I was going to wear my stilettos tonight. And I had hot pink stilettos and I totally forgot.
This is a perfect year to wear your stilettos because likely you're not far from a chair, and that's where a stiletto belongs. On me, anyway, while I'm sitting in a chair. They look good, and they feel good.
I'll
when
be
I'm
honest,
sitting
I've
down.
never even put on stilettos. I see people walk, like ladies walking in them. I don't even know how you walk.
Yeah,
It's amazing. So by the way, use the hashtag, by the way, so go to social media, take a picture of your shoes, because we know you have some great shoes. Hashtag WWS Springfield 2020, okay? Hashtag WWS Springfield 2020. Show us your shoes. We're going to pick the winners at 7:30. So you literally have got like 24 minutes to do that. Okay, awesome.
Something else important.
Yes.
There is an auction
Yes.
that
there
needs to be
is.
signed up for.
Do it, do it, do it.
How would you do that?
Well, Chris, you're so tech savvy. I'm surprised you haven't just gone to your computer and done it already.
Well, you go to www. Do we have to say that still these days?
Well, I think
thevictimcenter.org/WW2020.
WWS.
WWS. Sorry.
Women's Shoes. Yeah, yeah. So you're seeing on your screen because you have to register so you can like bid on stuff
Yes. And you need to look through everything.
and set up an account.
Yes, set up an account. And here's the deal. It's super easy because they're not going to do anything with your credit card number. They're not going to charge anything unless you for sure buy something. You're going to know exactly what's going on. And it's all safe and secure. So maybe you have some shopping to do for yourself. Maybe you have a gift. I used to go shopping on auction items.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
It's a great way to start Christmas shopping, by the way.
Yes, it is. Can you believe we're talking about that?
I don't even want to think about it.
I know.
And Chris, we also forgot something. We have a drawing for a case of wine. Because the first 100 people, I was looking at my script while you were talking. I was like, oh, we forgot that. The first 100 people who registered for this event, the first 100, guess what? Your name's got put in that little bowl right there, Chris.
Right.
And you're going to get a case of wine. Like, seriously, do you want to draw? I mean, here, I'll do like a little clap.
Ooh, are we drawing now?
Yeah, we get to draw the
Are we
winner.
drawing now?
Do it.
Okay.
Are you going to read the name?
Oh, I hope I can. Actually, Jeremy asked that like so casually when he said you're reading the name because I can't pronounce it.
I'm terrible
That's
at-
what happened.
Well,
Wait, I want to do it in front of everyone.
yeah, make sure
Okay.
it's legit.
Okay. There,
This is like
I
my
drew
drum
it
roll, but it's clapping.
legitly.
Okay.
I can read it.
Yes.
Christy Crawford.
Woo!
Crawford.
Christy Crawford, that sounds like Joan Crawford's daughter from Mommy Dearest, doesn't it? A little bit?
No wire hangers.
Oh, I just thought of my Halloween costume. Thank you. I'll be Joan Crawford. There
Yes.
you go.
So Christy Crawford, she wins some wine.
I'm so jealous. I wanted to win
Maybe
that.
she'll invite you over.
By the way, register again. Register again. You have to set up the account and you can start bidding. There's the silent auction and
Yes.
we're going to have the live auction
Yes,
coming
we
up
are.
in just a minute. But by the way, though, the silent auction goes on till 9. Our show, our portion will end around 8. You're going to have an extra hour after we're off the air.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, like get them off
It's
my
only
screen.
suffering with us till 8, but the gifts keep going.
Yeah, see?
But you and bid high. Check your items. Bid high. Bid often.
Yes. And, by the way, we're also excited about the key to the cellar and the key to the closet. Now, if you're at the live events, you know about the key to the closet because it is...
It's winner take all.
It's winner take all. It's like,
take all
Brandy's
of
like
it.
$4,000 worth of prizes. Brandy? Is that about it? Is she over there?
Yeah, it's $4,000 worth of prizes and includes a trip to Napa Valley, a Kate Spade purse, and wine and some other fun things. So,
Oh, sorry. Did I go out of order? I'm sorry, Brandy.
oh, you're talking about the key to the closet.
Yes,
Jeremy.
that's perfect. Yes,
yes.
you've got it.
$4,000 value $50 tickets, winner takes all, and we're going to cut off the sales for that at 7:30 because we'll need some time to tabulate the winners, and then we'll draw at the end of our program tonight.
And then the key to the cellar
Which is the one I really wanted to win.
is 52, or basically like a wine a week.
Yeah,
52 bottles of wine.
a whole year's worth of wine.
And that's like an $850 value.
That's nuts.
By the way,
That's
the
crazy.
tickets are only $50. And what's kind of alarming, Chris, is we're great talkers. They only have like 15 minutes left for this because it ends at 7:30. So go right now, set up your account, and go sign up so you can get the key to the closet or the key to the cellar, which is, they're great prizes.
So many.
So many great things. And you're donating to a great cause. I mean, you're getting something, but you're also giving back.
Which, let's talk about how many ways there are
Yes.
to help the organization. So many different ways. Maybe you want to go shopping a little bit. Maybe you want to bid on an auction. Maybe it's a live auction. Maybe it's a silent auction. So many different ways.
Absolutely. I just want to make sure that we're covering everything we need to cover because there's so much
Yes.
entailed with this virtual event. We don't want you at home to miss anything.
Nothing.
So, by the way, we'll stop those at 7:30, and then we'll be announcing those winners later in the broadcast.
Yes, we will.
Yes, but you have to totally sign up. So I did hear from Ann, right? We only have a few tickets left for some of the items. Okay, just a few left. Okay, I just want to make sure there are still a few tickets left. So I don't know the exact number as of right now, but go do that right now.
And I do need to ask Brandy if we need to thank all of the people making this
Oh my
possible
gosh, we
right
really
about
do.
now. Or if we need to
Absolutely.
do some other business first.
Yeah, well, I just think that this event would not be possible, of course, without all of our generous sponsors. And so I just wanted us to take a moment to thank those who made this event possible.
Exactly. Johnson, Voorhees, and Martucci. They are amazing. Matter of fact, they're so amazing. They're on these wine glasses here.
Oh man, I'm taking one of those home with me tonight. I didn't tell Brandy, but I'm going to.
She'll let
just
you.
take-
They're yours. You can have them.
Yeah.
Our diamond sponsor, SRC Community Relations Committee. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate the sponsors.
I love their logo.
Yeah.
And the gold sponsor, Dr. Nancy O'Reilly Family Foundation, where, of course, women connect for good.
Absolutely, they do. And our live stream sponsor, BKD CPAs and Advisors. And I'm telling you, this is my second event here at BKD, and they are so amazing.
Yeah.
And talk about, I thought I was tech savvy till I got here. They know everything about everything. Not only your taxes, but about technology.
They're buttoned up and laughing at us right now,
They
probably.
really are.
The paparazzi sponsor, that's one of my favorite words, Cox Health.
Love them. Marketplace sponsor, Bass Pro Shops. Who don't like Bass Pro?
I don't know.
I love
They
that
crazy.
place.
The hydration sponsor, Farrell Duncan Clinic. The art and science of caring. They know how to do
They
it.
do. The Key to the Closet, which we just talked about, their sponsor is Buxton Cubic Dodd Design Collective. I love their work, by the way.
Yeah.
I love their work.
Yes, and the key to the cellar sponsor, KPM CPAs and Advisors. I really like them because they do the accounting at my day job.
Do they really?
Yes, they do.
Oh, you're so fancy. The live auction sponsor is Volt Credit Union. And I like that logo because it makes me think that's electric right there.
Yes.
That's like a Volt of Credit Union. I like that.
Best in Shoes sponsor, Mid-Missouri Bank. Live, work, play, bank. I like that order of things.
Yeah, that's how I would like to live my life. I
Yeah.
live, I work, I play, and I
Then I
bank.
bank.
Then I bank.
If there's any money left.
And we also want to thank Retro Edge Media for running our live stream. Retro Edge Media, you're just the best.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
so many
Ryan.
good people.
Hey, Chris and Jeremy,
Yes.
speaking of the best, I just wanted to also take a moment, if you don't mind, to
course.
show a quick video from our presenting sponsor tonight. Johnson, Voorhees, and Martucci has been a great friend to the organization, and this event tonight would not be possible without them, so thank you so much.
My name is Brian Johnston. I'm a partner in the law firm of Johnson, Voorhees, and Martucci here in Springfield, Missouri. We are a law firm that specializes in representing families and individuals who have been the victims of harm due to negligence of others. We are their advocates. And one of the reasons we are proud sponsors of the Victim Center, and have been for 5 years now, I believe, is that they are advocates. They are advocates for some of the most vulnerable people in our communities, people who have been the victims of violence, whether it be domestic abuse or random acts of violence. Those folks are vulnerable and they need help. And the Victim Center, through their volunteers, are their advocates. They not only provide counseling for these individuals to help deal with the emotional toil of what they have gone through as victims of abuse, but they also help them through the criminal justice system, which can be terrifying. They are with them all the way through the process, and what that does is makes the abusers accountable. That makes our community safer. That's why we are proud sponsors of the Victim Center.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So
Quick
nice.
clapping for him.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors. Seriously, we could not do it without you.
Nope.
Literally.
Especially this year.
Right. That's great point, Chris.
Yes, especially this year. So I'm excited because Brandy and the event, everybody here asked me to do something that I'm really good at, and that's knowing a lot about nothing. And
True, she knows nothing about nothing.
That is trivia. And so I have some leading lady trivia. So I have 7 fantastical questions.
Okay.
So don't trip me up and, you know.
Can I at least guess? Don't tell me if I'm right yet, because we'll
but
reveal
don't
the answers later.
Don't trip me up and make me talk for 27
Okay, I
hours,
won't.
okay?
I'm just
Are
gonna
you
guess.
ready?
I'm gonna listen and
Don't
guess.
look at my yellows,
I won't.
okay?
Okay.
So this is just for fun. So kind of, you know, maybe jot down your answers because we're going to go back to them a little bit later in the show. Okay, how many Oscars has Meryl Streep won? How many has she won? Hurry, hurry, hurry.
10.
Hurry, hurry, hurry. Okay.
I'm going to say 10.
So
Lock it in.
are you jotting them down somewhere?
Oh, no. I'll get a,
Here,
okay, there's a pen. Okay, 10.
Okay.
I'm going to say she's won 10. I don't
All
think
right.
that's right, though.
Julia Roberts
Mm-hmm.
was not the first actress chosen to play Vivian in Pretty Woman. Who was?
Meryl Streep. Yep. Yep, she was the Pretty
Okay.
Woman. Okay.
The super gorgeous Halle Berry
Mm-hmm.
turned down a very famous Sandra Bullock role before it was Sandy's. Do you know which role?
While you were sleeping. Is that the one with the guy in the coma? Yeah, that's it. While you were sleeping.
That's my favorite movie.
Isn't that a great movie,
Yeah,
Brandy?
It
It's so
really
great.
is. I watch it every year.
Oh my God, it makes me cry. Okay, go ahead.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yes, J-Law.
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 Is best known for Hunger Games and also for X-Men, but she really burst on the scene in a 2010 film filmed here in Springfield,
Yes.
in this area. What film?
I do know this one. It was the remake of Charlie's Angels. Yes. Okay, I'm writing that down. Locking it in. Locking it in. J-Law.
Okay.
I'll text her later.
Jennifer Lopez.
Yes, J-Lo.
We're the same age. We do not look alike. I'm just telling you. Is known for rom-coms, but she kicked rear again in an abusive, kicked the rear of her abusive husband, in one of her early films from 2002.
I tell you, remember the remake
What
of
movie?
The Exorcist. Yep. Yes.
I loved this. It's one of my favorite Jennifer Lopez movies.
See, I'm like nailing this
You're
leading lady
You
competition.
totally got it.
Nailing it.
I have a prize for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Margot Robbie
Oh, yes.
is not an American.
Marrow, I call her. Marrow.
She's not an American actress. What country
Wait, she's not?
does she hail from?
Oh, Siberia in Russia.
He's so good.
Siberia. She's a Siberian. When
You
they say
should see
Russia.
him when we're at the Critics' Choice Awards together, and like a movie person comes. Like it's How Fast Can I Run? The actress who plays
so true.
Wonder Woman
Yes, Linda Carter. Linda Carter.
in the movies, is her name pronounced Gal Gadot or Gal Gadot.
I thought it was Gal Gadot.
Just saying.
Okay.
Which one?
I just call her Gal. When I text her, it says, "Hey, Gal." That's all I
Very
do.
good. Those are my
Oh, that's it?
Those are my
Okay.
questions. So
Those were wonderful questions.
there you go.
I feel like if you're watching at home and you've written yours down, I really feel like I've nailed it. So I'm going to win Chris's prize, but
yeah,
feel
you
free.
can try to beat Jeremy if you want.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure you're right. You nailed
So
them.
will we give those answers later
I
on
mean,
the show?
the Siberia one was dead on.
I could see everybody that's here, like the 5 people here, were all nodding in agreement,
Yeah.
right? We were like, yes, Siberia.
I'm surprised the laugh track didn't raise.
I know. Thank you, Brady. Hey, speaking of leading ladies, by the way, Chris Luzera.
Yes.
Speaking of leading ladies, we've introduced her, we've seen her before, but it's now time to introduce the leading lady of the evening, the executive director of the Victim Center, Brandy Bartell, to tell us how the Victim Center helps people in our community who are hurting. Brandy, we love you.
Oh, thank you guys. The feeling is absolutely mutual. I am so thrilled, Chris and Jeremy, that you're able to join us here tonight. I do want to pivot, though, and talk a little bit more about the heart of why we're all here tonight. So if you're not already familiar, the Victim Center is a nonprofit here in Springfield, Missouri, that assists individuals in Southwest Missouri who have been impacted by any type of violent or sexual crime. So oftentimes people think about domestic violence or sexual assault or child abuse, and we do serve those types of individuals. But we also assist those who have survived a homicide, DWI crash, an armed robbery, human trafficking, and so much more. It's so unfortunate that the needs of the Victim Center are real. So for instance, one of the things that we have to provide, because there's so many people who are hurting, is a 24-hour crisis response line so that people can access a trained advocate no matter the hour or the day of the year. We also provide personal advocacy and court support so that individuals can get connected with the next steps in their healing journey. We also offer a host of mental health services such as play therapy and classes and groups, and also a prevention education program so that we can stop crime before it happens. All of our services are free of charge, but certainly not free of cost. Last year in 2019, we served over 4,600 individuals, and unfortunately that has increased over the last 10 years by 87%. So we are unfortunately continuing to be needed in our community. And I had the privilege recently to sit down and talk to just one such person who has benefited from the services of the Victim Center. So I just want to take a moment to show her story of our conversation earlier this month. First of all, we've already said your name's Lakeisha, and you also have an early teenage daughter that you take care of, and she's a beautiful, beautiful girl, very bright.
Thank you.
I wondered if you could maybe share a little bit with me about why you initially reached out to the Victim Center.
Well, my mother, April of last year, she was beaten severely by her husband. She lived 5 days after, and unfortunately, she passed away from her injuries. So I needed help. I didn't know where to look. And I moved to Springfield to get out of the domestic violence myself. I'm from St. Louis. And when I moved to Springfield, I didn't know which way to turn. I was suffering from depression and anxiety. I also was having nightmares for a very long time. And I seen a doctor who referred me to victims of a crime.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm so sorry about the death of your mother and your loss. I know that she was a really important person to you and your daughter both. You were very close to your mother. And I cannot even imagine losing somebody in a traumatic, tragic way like that.
Yes, he was locked up on previous charges from domestic violence against her. And I was the one who actually called the police to get him locked up from Springfield. And he told her in the paperwork, since you want to call the police, I might as well finish you off when I get out. And he got out, I believe, 4 days later at about 7:30 and went directly to the house to do what he did. And I got a call at, I want to say, 12:45 a.m. from family members who found her.
I'm so sorry. That is awful and tragic. And I know that this is something that is a big loss for you and your family. And again, that never, ever should have happened. You talked about how much that impacted you, and also that you came to Springfield to courageously leave a domestic violence abusive relationship yourself. And so you've experienced so much loss and pain and suffering, and then the loss of your mother on top of that must be really compounding. Tell me a little bit, if you don't mind, about what services then you were able to get from the Victim Center, both for you and your daughter.
We both got counseling. My counseling, Jen, was awesome. Anybody I could not talk to, I knew I can turn to Jen. I didn't even have to have an appointment to go see her. I can just be feeling down and not having no one to talk to. And I'll call her and ask her, was she busy? And she'll wrap it up and tell me, you can come in when you bring your daughter in, which was on Mondays. Also, my daughter's counselor, Kim, she's awesome. Even though we moved out of Springfield to Texas, my daughter still wants to continue counseling with her because she loves the fact that if she can't talk to me, she has someone comfortable enough that she can talk to. But the whole program is awesome.
Well, that's really good to hear. And I know that both Jen and Kim, who have been working with you and your daughter, have said really wonderful things about your family and how hard you've been working through that healing journey and knowing all the obstacles that you have faced. One of the obstacles was that you moved to Texas to be able to live closer to some really good support people in your life. And this was a really positive change for your family. And then you reached out to me, and we learned that unfortunately, because the crime happened in Missouri, you and your daughter weren't eligible for the victim services that they provided in Texas. That was a really hard thing for you to hear at that time.
Yes, it actually put me back in depression because I'm not from here, so I didn't know which way to turn. And it didn't help with the pandemic. I moved during the pandemic and not being able to find the sources that I needed. It shut me down for a while.
Great. And since we've talked, then we've also been able to connect you again back with and Kim at the Victim Center, because the wonderful thing about technology these days is that you can be living in Texas for something that happened in a different state like Missouri and still be able to get helped. And I know in a very small way, we're very grateful for being able to support your family in whatever way that we can.
Oh yes, that was that when I got the call from you a couple weeks ago, I was so surprised because that was one of the questions I had for Jen and also Kim. Could we still continue with you guys in Springfield in Texas? And they weren't sure about that. And I told them that would be a blessing for me and my daughter because we got used to not only dealing with you guys, but having someone to talk to when we couldn't talk to family members. So it worked out for the best. Yes.
I know we talked a little bit about how, the Victim Center provides our services free of charge. Is that something that has been meaningful to you and your daughter?
Oh, yes, because when the incident happened in Springfield, I wasn't always able to go to work because I was suffering from the death of my mom. And I was also enrolled into the HiSET diploma program, which it was hard for me to go to also. So not having the funds to pay for therapy, pay for counseling, this was awesome that I can go to free of charge and not having to come out of pocket.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, tell me a little bit about, I know you have a lot that you have wanted to share with others. And so I just wanted to maybe give you an opportunity to add anything or say anything that is on your heart and mind that you want others who might be watching to hear.
Well, Springfield, I found out it's a good city. Not only victims of a crime, I stayed in an apartment, Talia Apartments, and they have I don't know the exact name, but it was a victims program for domestic violence. And if you're seeking to get away, which I highly recommend, if you're seeking to get away out of a domestic violence relationship, Talia Apartments also helps in that area, finding you a place to stay.
Yeah.
Victim Center is awesome, and I just want you guys to know, staying in a domestic violence relationship, especially with children, is not healthy. Not only for you, it's not healthy for the children also. It's not easy, and it is scary. I've learned from my mother's experience, it's not easy at all to leave. It's not. So when people tell you, why don't you just leave? It's not easy. Don't beat yourself up. Just try to seek the help that you need to gradually get away. And I hope this video gets out to not only help a person. I wanted to get out to change laws, because a restraining order to me is only a piece of paper. Just like her husband, my mom's husband, violated that piece of paper, anybody will do it, and it's been happening. So if you can get out, find the help, the domestic violence program is the way to go. I promise you, it helped me in so many ways before I moved, and now that they're helping me now, I think I can move on even smoothly. And I thank them for that.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I know that you and your daughter have some really great, wonderful plans for your future and goals. And you touched on, trying to wrap up some of your school. And I know you would like to do some fun, more happy things together as a family and move forward in your healing journey. I know COVID has made it even harder right now to move on.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I'm so impressed by your strength and your courageous spirit, and thank you so much for being brave enough.
No, thank you.
Well, I just really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for being who you are and being the brave person to step up and say it's not okay, and others shouldn't have that happen to them either.
Oh, it's never okay to be a punching bag, and I tell people that all the time. It's not easy, but you can get out. You can get out. It's help out there.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
powerful.
That is powerful. And something just came over me that I am a way too blessed a person that I have zero problems
Right.
in this world. Zero. And that video and every single person in this room that works for families and individuals like that, if I can't find like $1 to 50 to whatever I can give to make a difference, I just can't. You gotta help me, Jeremy.
I know. I'm with you, Chris. It's
I'm
hard.
just gonna temporarily tear up for just a second, and then I'm gonna get over it
You're allowed to.
because I'm gonna make fun of you in just a second.
Yes, you know, you always do. But it is powerful, and
Yes.
during this time of uncertainty and of fear, unfortunately, there's a way to overcome it, and the Victim Center is here to help. And that's why it's so important that you register. Please, 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 any donation. But if you go to thevictimcenter.org/WWS2020, you have to register. You can set up an account, and then you can bid on all the silent auction items. See right there, start bidding, and all the silent auction items are going till 9. So even after we're done talking, you can still make bids. Now, I'm going to look at my watch because it's 7:37, so technically the shoe competition is over, Key to the
Yes.
Closet and Key to the Cellar are over, and the Soul Man competition, I believe, is now over, but there are still ways to give. So please, please, please look at this. Bidding and registration, that was the number for help. And right there along the bottom of your screen, you can see where you can call for any help you might need registering, because if you can get over the technology part,
Yes.
then the rest is easy. You just have to donate and give and bid on items, which is great.
And we can have a little bit of fun while helping.
Yes.
That's what's amazing.
And I loved what she said too about healing.
Yes.
Healing, and they're there to help you heal. The Victim Center helped me get over my trauma, and you can move forward. I love what their mission
Yes.
is and their standards. So
They're angels.
They are.
They're walking. We're in a room of angels.
I couldn't do what any of the people at the Victim Center do. God put them on this earth for that reason, because I need for you to give at any level, because the money, is going to help these people. Brandy Bartel, I want to bring you back in so you can talk about the different levels that people can give and what those levels do in helping a victim at the Victim Center.
Speaking of angels,
There she is right there.
Well, I'm just really humbled by those kind words, you guys. But really, I'm super humbled by the stories like Lakeisha. I, too, every single day at the Victim Center am inspired by the clients that we serve and am so impressed by their courageous spirits and the strength to move on. But we need your help to be able to continue to help others at the Victim Center. We are, of course, providing our services free of charge, but we're not free of cost. And so if you would like to support the Victim Center tonight, we have different ways that you can fund a need for our organization. And you can find those items right where your bidding is happening tonight. You'll see those interspersed among our silent auction items. So I encourage you all to look at the levels that feels right to you and to give in a generous spirit tonight, because that's going to help us to continue to, again, provide that healing that individuals need. So for instance, $5,000 provides crisis response advocacy services at the hospital for 50 victims of sexual assault. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but when a victim goes to the hospital, they're often required to confiscate their clothing, sometimes their bed sheets, and so much more for forensic evidence. And so it's so important that an advocate at the Victim Center is able to respond in person or virtually now to be able to support those victims during the most humiliating experience, the most humiliating exam, right after one of the most traumatic things that would probably ever happen to them. An average hospital service is about 3 hours long, and the Victim Center helps about 120 victims at the hospital each year. $2,500 giving to the Victim Center will allow us to provide 60 adults with a 6-week class so that they can begin to heal from their trauma. And right now that's so important because, like we said earlier, people are trapped in their homes, often in an unsafe environment, and it's so important that they can still connect with other people. And we're able to offer our classes in groups right now virtually. So not only do they realize they're not alone, but they're given the tools that they need to be able to move forward in life. And it's such a wonderful blessing. It's such a great service for those individuals who access it. It's just one next step in their long healing journey. This $2,500 level, again, will help us to provide 60 adults with a 6-week class. The $1,000 level will allow the Victim Center to provide a whole weekend of 24-hour crisis response services to help victims in their healing journey. I don't know if you know this or not, but we operate 24/7, no matter the day of the year, even if it's a holiday or a weekend. And no matter the hour, individuals in our community need that help, need that lifeline. This is a safety net service for our community. And so $1,000 will allow us to provide a whole weekend of that 24-hour crisis response. 98% of the victims that we serve through the hotline report the service to be helpful in their recovery process. At the $500 level, you will allow the Victim Center to continue to provide trauma counseling sessions to help victims in their journey of healing. And I've said this again before, but mental health services are so important to these individuals because without the services of the Victim Center provided at an affordable, no-cost rate, oftentimes these individuals would not be able to afford to access these services elsewhere. Friends, I don't know if you know this or not, but mental health services is a luxury. It's often a privilege that even families that have health insurance cannot afford because you have co-payments and deductibles, time off work, childcare, and so many additional expenses that go into just accessing the services and benefits that people might or might not have available through their health insurance. And so for the Victim Center to be able to provide the service free of charge is such a blessing to so many people who would not be able to heal without it. The $500 level will allow the Victim Center to provide 12 trauma counseling sessions to help victims in their journey of healing. The $250 level will allow the Victim Center to provide court support to kiddos. And it's so sad, it breaks my heart because kids who have experienced the most horrific crimes are often asked to go to court, to sit in a courtroom full of strangers and the offender, and then they are asked to tell their story about what happened to them. And I don't know about you all, but for an adult, that would be a terrifying experience, let alone for a child. And so one of the things that we do at the Victim Center is to teach kids to talk and tell the truth. And we give them an opportunity through our Kids Court program to sit on the truth-telling chair, which of course we call the witness stand, to be able to meet a judge and a bailiff and a prosecutor and the other personnel who are involved in that court process so that kids can reduce their anxiety, be prepared and equipped to go through a very adult experience that unfortunately they're being required to do because of what happened to them. And finally, the $100 level will allow the Victim Center to provide prevention education for a whole classroom of students. And earlier I said, you know, the Victim Center really wishes that we could work ourselves out of a job. It is great that we're able to provide the services that we do to crime victims, but we also want to be able to help prevent these types of crimes from happening in the first place. This program teaches kids that the #1 safety rule is to tell a safe adult until somebody believes you. I don't know if you caught that, but until somebody believes you. Because unfortunately, kids are told to keep this a secret, to keep it silent, to not tell anybody. And we want to encourage kids that they have the right to have a voice and to reach out to a safe adult to get the help that they need. I wanted to take this moment also to thank so many of you who are already giving tonight, and I'm just so overwhelmed by the generosity and outpouring of support. So I'm just going to read a couple of those who have been able to already submit their support online. Thank you to Lowther Johnson. Thank you to Tamara DeWild, Morgan Odell, Kim Calhoun, Julie Wagner, Lisa King, Karen Parnell. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Camille Knowles, Ingram Enterprises, Kim Hammonds, Marissa Weaver, Lindsay Fletcher, Nathan Green, Barb Hauser, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Christina Wilkins, Krista Elmore, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to continue to check back in throughout the night, and I'll give every opportunity I can to, again, thank those who are giving. Please continue to give. We'll be able to do that throughout the entirety of our program tonight.
We're giving huge claps to those awesome people. Man, you were reading those names, and that was amazing, Brandy. We love that. Also, we just want to thank you all so much for contributing. Coming up, we have the first live auction item. You can still do the silent auction right now through 9. There's also just great prizes, raffle tickets. I mean, I was reading here too, you could, part of our silent auction items, you can own part of a Bentley.
Yeah.
A bracelet made out of a Bentley.
Yeah.
I'm all for
who
it.
didn't want that?
Yes.
So how do you log on?
Oh, I think you just go to thevictimcenter.org/WWS2020.
What
It's
if
right
you're
there.
technologically challenged? You can call someone at the help desk.
Well, you totally can. And then once they help you and you get on, guess what? You start right there. You set up an account and you start bidding.
Yes.
And then it's just so easy.
It's so easy. If I can do it, I guarantee anyone can do it.
And there is the telephone numbers you can call for help at the moment.
Yes.
So you've got to start doing that. So we'll be drawing soon for the keys to the cellar and the keys to the closet. But I was looking at my watch, making sure we're good on time. Guess what? I think it's time to start our first live auction item.
Yeah.
Is everybody ready?
Woohoo.
Let's just make sure everybody's good. Okay, so the first item. Do you want to read the first one, or do you want me to?
I think I'll do it.
Okay.
It sounds like something I should do.
Okay.
Okay, the first live auction is
Get ready.
big, bold, and beautiful. That's right. I think we have a prop.
Oh, we have a prop, and I think we have a video. that
Do I
explains
run
it.
off and get it?
Let's take a look at the video.
Oh, okay.
For Big, Bold, and Beautiful.
Big, bold, and beautiful. This lot is a collector's dream come true. Add an impressive collection of wines to your cellar, including a full case of bottles curated from our fabulous wine women and shoes wine partners. This sipsational collection also features 5 1.5-liter Magnum wine bottles, including one of Veuve Clicquot. Please note the winner must arrange for a pickup in Springfield, Missouri.
Look at this. We're ready. Okay, the timer is on your screen right now. The current bid is $625. That's the current bid, $625.
600.
Oh yeah,
And
$600.
not $6.25.
Sorry.
Okay?
I
'Cause
should.
if so, Jeremy would have had it.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
have already.
but look at this.
Look at that. You seriously got.
It is big.
It's
very
huge.
bold.
It's
and
huge.
it's very beautiful.
Coach, you got less than 3 minutes to bid right now. You have
Yeah.
to go on. Seriously, I hope you've started.
You
know.
better be logging on right now. You better
Yeah.
be, if not, you better be calling that number.
And Brandy, this is a really good live auction prize because it's big, bold, and beautiful. And who doesn't love these giant wine bottles, Brandy? I mean, come on.
Those are really fun, and it's such a fun auction item. So I really encourage everybody to take every opportunity to keep bidding. Like they said, we have just about a minute and a half left before that auction lot will close. I did want to take a moment while we're waiting for that auction item to close to talk a little bit about volunteering for the Victim Center. We are often asked, how can I give back to the Victim Center? And there's, of course, a lot of ways that you can give your dollar, but I also want to touch on a way that you can give the gift of time. So the Victim Center has a fantastic group of individuals that we call our volunteer advocates. And these individuals are trained volunteers, and we provide the training, of course, who have a compassionate, caring heart and want to help the Victim Center through our 24-hour crisis response line. So these individuals give very sacrificially of their time, but such an honor, and it is so humbling to see these individuals in our community really give from their time, but from their heart, and be able to be that support person in the darkest hour for victims of crime. We happen to have a virtual training series starting in October. The first one starts October 15th, and the second one starts November 5th. And you can learn more about how to become a volunteer at thevictimcenter.org/volunteer. Now, I just want to point out that we do have a couple of requirements. You do have to be 21 years or older and pass a criminal background check. But these individuals are the backbone of our organization. We could not do what we do without their support. And every year, they contribute the equivalent of over 10 full-time employees in terms of time back to the Victim Center. Such an amazing, wonderful group of people. Chris and Jeremy, do we have a winner for our live auction lot right now?
Well, yes, the time is up, and our awesome
Yes.
Anne is over there getting the name right now. I'm so excited to figure out who won.
I'm
And
super- Do you feel bad that they're
What?
doing so much more work than we are?
Yes, they are.
We're just standing here clapping.
Shelly and
holding
Ann look
wine
very stressed
bottles,
over there.
and
They are like biting their fingernails.
Yeah, they're calculating
Edge of
all
their
the
seats.
winners and doing all the hard stuff.
Oh, we have a winner, Chris Luzader.
Oh, Jennifer Agnew.
Yay!
Jennifer Agnew.
winner of the Big, Bold, and Beautiful.
That is fun.
Yeah.
Now, Chris Luzader, our
Yes.
next live auction item is a year of facials.
You're
a year of
right. I
facials.
did go out of order because I had committed to talking about the facials.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it was my fault because I
That's
took it over
okay.
for you. So
It's from package number 21. It's from Bella Medici, which is awesome. It's in Branson,
Yeah.
I hear. We have a video to tell you all about the year of facials.
A year of facials. Pamper yourself for an entire year with a monthly facial at Bella Medici Spa. Enjoy a calm and relaxing experience from start to finish in the state-of-the-art facility. Bella Medici's professional staff will provide a customized treatment for you so your skin looks as radiant and fabulous as you are.
All right, the current bid for that is $425. Item auction 21. We have 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. Now, Chris Luzader, again, they can also, if you have not registered, you still have time. thevictimcenter.org/WWS2020.
right.
Yes.
So we are. You're right. We are.
Yes.
We are referencing back to that leading lady trivia.
the one I got right, all the answers? Yes. Please.
We'll see about that.
Okay.
I do want to just double check to see if Brandy has any important messages before I get to my I know about a lot about nothing area.
Are we good to go, Brandy, or do you need to tell us some great information? Or
Well, since you're giving me the opportunity, Chris, first of all, I think you know a little bit more than nothing. So please give yourself a little bit
She's
more
very
credit
kind.
than that. Yes. But I did want to mention that for those of you who are not joining us live tonight, you can still make a donation to the Victim Center through our website, thevictimcenter.org. That's www.thevictimcenter.org. And if you just go to our main homepage, on the upper right-hand corner, you'll see that Donate Now button. And so you'll have plenty of opportunity outside of this event to give back to the Victim Center if you still feel compelled to support the cause even after this event is over. Thank you so much, Chris. I hope that Jeremy got a few of those right at least. I'm not holding my breath.
I'm confident,
We'll see.
Brandy. I'm confident.
Okay, Jeremy.
Yes.
You tell me how many Oscars you think Meryl Streep has won.
Okay, I said 10, but I think 6.
Okay, it's 3, so you were wrong. Okay, are you keeping score? She has been nominated 20 times, though.
Are you
Okay,
serious? Wow.
Right. Julia Roberts. She wasn't the first Pretty Woman. Who was?
I said Meryl Streep.
Okay, it's Meg Ryan.
Oh, you know what? I may have known that.
Okay.
Okay.
Halle Berry. She turned down a role that was Sandra Bullock's.
Can I really guess? I said While You Were Sleeping, which I love, but I think it's Speed.
You are correct. It was
Speed!
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
But your official answer was
wrong.
incorrect.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence.
J-La.
Okay, she filmed a movie around these parts. What was the name of the movie?
I know. Shelley, do you want to say it with me at the same time? Ready? Winter's Bone.
Right.
Is that right?
That is correct. Very good movie.
I watched that movie. Did you watch it, Shelley?
Tough topic, though.
Yeah. Tough.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, tough.
And we're gathering the winner's name.
Yeah.
So I just have 3 more answers real
Okay.
quickly. Jennifer Lopez, known for rom-coms, but she did kick butt in a 2002 movie.
And it was something like Knockout or Escape or I'm going to
Enough.
see. It was,
Such a great movie.
I knew it was one word.
Where is Margot Robbie from? You said Siberia.
I did.
Do you stay with that answer?
New Zealand.
Australia.
I was close. That's very
Okay.
close to Australia.
And Wonder Woman Gal
I say Godot.
Gadot. With
Is
a
it Dote?
hard T. It's a hard T.
It sounds
so-
fancier, Godot, but whatever.
Okay.
Okay, we have a winner for the year of
have a
facials.
winner.
I am so
Oh.
happy. It is a man. And I
Yes.
hope you use it on yourself. It is Ken Williams. Can I just, I'm so happy a man got that.
That's exciting. Is he going to keep it for himself or give it away?
Who knows?
someone. We don't
I
know.
need a Christmas gift, Ken, if you're thinking about me.
Uh,
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, live auction number 3.
Okay, let's say it together.
Let's do 1, 2, 3.
Caribbean. Oh, how do you say?
Do you say Caribbean or Caribbean?
I say Caribbean.
I say Caribbean.
Well, we're gonna have a hard time saying it together then.
It's Caribbean trip.
How did Billy Ocean say it?
Caribbean queen.
Right.
Now
Okay.
we're sharing the same dream.
Oh, no.
Oh, don't get me started on Billy Ocean.
I know. Okay. So, a Caribbean trip.
Yes, increments of 250. Let's take a look at the video.
Plan ahead for warmer days and great adventures with this amazing 4-night, all-inclusive getaway to the Caribbean. Select from 35 all-inclusive resorts in Punta Cana, Cancun, or Riviera Maya. Kick back and relax on the beautiful beaches, knowing that all of your meals, drinks, and non-motorized activities are included. Plus, we are throwing in a $500 cash MasterCard to help you with airfare or other trip expenses. Note that this trip is subject to availability and is valid for 24 months after purchase.
4 nights, all inclusive. If there's cocktails involved and Jeremy's on that, there's no way that if he's paying like full market value for that it's going to be less than a $4,000 or $5,000
Oh, true. Yeah.
trip
Oh,
that you
absolutely.
would go on.
Oh, seriously.
So.
And our top bid right now is $1,750, $1,750. Can we please, the next increment would be $2,000. Can we get up to $2,000, please? Please go bid. You have a minute and 18 seconds. Please go bid right now. And quickly, I want to say this. The movie, The Pirates of the,
Caribbean.
but if you're going on a cruise line, you're going on Royal.
Caribbean.
Thank you. I just proved the point, didn't
I don't know why it's both. Potato.
I just did it. Boom, I'm dropping the mic and I'm walking off.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
clap
walking.
for you
Wait,
on
don't walk
that.
off. Don't
I'll
walk
clap
off
for
yet,
you on
Jen.
that.
Randy, what do you think about that?
No, don't walk off.
Okay, I'm staying here. I'm staying right here.
45 seconds.
45 seconds.
Come
We
on.
also need to announce the best shoe winners, the fabulous flats, the wonderful wedges, the stupendous stilettos. I don't know if I got that right.
You did.
Do we have time to take a look? The best in shoe fabulous flat goes to Tara Benson's Watch Party.
Yay, Tara Benson!
Wonderful.
Ooh, I like
Oh
that.
my gosh, that's the best wedge we've seen.
That is a one. I would chase that wedge down at the party. Melinda Thurman.
That's a really fun wedge.
Congratulations.
That's
Is it wrong
fun.
to say I'd wear that wedge? I'd wear it.
No, you would wear that wedge.
Okay, and the stunning, stupendous stiletto, and that is a really good stiletto. I don't know how you walk on that. Mary Ling, good job, Mary Ling.
The heel is like a toothpick.
I don't get it
Those are pretty shoes.
Yeah,
at
they
all.
are.
Oh, the time is out. While they're getting the winner, Brandy, any more information we need to know?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to touch on a little bit about how the Victim Center is funded. So oftentimes people ask us this question, so if you're free of charge, how does the Victim Center support its mission? And yes, we do receive competitive grants that we apply for through the government or private foundations. We are also very generously supported by United Way of the Ozarks. But no one single funding source covers all of the programs and services that the Victim Center provides. There are always gaps in the needs that we have, and so we do rely very much on the generosity of the public, on local individuals like you through events like this that will help the Victim Center to continue to provide the services and programs without interruption. And as we continue to say, this year, even more than ever, we need to continue to provide those services. Unfortunately, COVID-19 has been hardest hit on those families who are already in crisis. So we appreciate all of your support tonight, and we are really excited to find out the winner of this live auction lot.
Too, Brandy. We're so excited. So the Caribbean vacation. Go ahead, Kristen Zader.
I wish that he would take me. Rob Brown.
Rob Brown.
Oh,
You just won a Caribbean vacation.
Yeah.
Now I have to say both. I just
Both.
feel like it's, yeah.
He's going both places.
He's going to both the Caribbeans and the Caribbeans.
Nice.
And Chris, we're down to our final live auction item.
Yes, we are. And I love the name of this. It's called the Diva Den. And why I love the name of this is because there is a diva up here. And that is not this girl. What? Exactly. See what I'm saying?
I can't work like this.
Exactly. One of the biggest divas I've ever known
Chris
in my life.
Luzader, how dare you? The audience is going to believe you. I've only thrown 3 temper tantrums since I got here.
You have no idea the red carpet that had to be rolled out.
Chris, do we actually have a video of what the real Diva Den is? Because I'm hoping we do.
Is it your house? A key to your house?
It's my living room.
Wine, Women, and Shoes 2021 VIP Diva Den. Get first dibs on next year's Wine, Women, and Shoes Springfield event by bidding on this exclusive Diva Den package. You will get a VIP seating area for 6 right up by the stage and runway, plus champagne and other special treats. Plan to be there and be fabulous.
By the way, Chris Luzader, this is at $600 so far, and Brandy Bartell said we are having this live next year. Come hell or high water, we're doing it.
I concur.
Don't quote me on that.
Okay, well, we're going to think positive, Brandy. Though we're going to
That's
go
right.
into 2021 with a positive
Yeah.
attitude.
You
gotta-
guys 20?
21. 2020 ain't going to win. Okay, it ain't going to win.
No.
Also, we have our Soul Men competition every year, and they could not be with us in person.
Right. It's so
It's-
fun, too, to watch them.
To watch them work the room.
Yes, it is.
And that soul as an SOLE,
L-E.
the soles of shoes.
Yes.
Look at that. We have Zach Adams, Will Kreit. How do you say his name? Brandy? Will Kreites?
Kreitz.
Jeremy McDonald, Michael Miller, and Steve Weiss, who I do like Steve a lot. I give him a hard time every year at this event, and I can't pick on him tonight. So I'm feeling something
we
missing.
can.
Oh, we can.
We can still do it.
We do have a special message, though, from one of our soul men who could not be here, but he sent us a video.
Hi everyone, it's Michael Miller, your 2019 King of Soul. I missed seeing you all in person this year, but I'm glad we can still celebrate the great things the Victim Center does virtually. I've retired the skirt and high heels for this year's event, but hopefully I can dust them off next year. Life is filled with opportunities to make a difference in the lives of others. Supporting the Victim Center is one of those great opportunities. I served on the board of directors for the Victim Center from 2014 until earlier this year, and have been a soul man since the very first Wine, Women, and Shoes event. I'm amazed daily at the impact it has on the lives of those in Southwest Missouri. I want to personally thank you for attending our event and for all of your support for those in our community who have been the victim of a violent or sexual crime.
He looked amazing in that skirt and heels last year, by the way. Just so you know. But Chris Luzader, we do have the winner of this year's Soul Man.
Yes, we do.
And-
we do have a dollar amount.
We do? Okay, good. What is the dollar?
Yes, we do. Whoa.
Huh? I am shocked.
There are 2 digits to the left of the comma.
Yes. So overall, okay,
Yes,
I see
overall.
it. Overall, the raised was $11,031.
Which is phenomenal.
Brandy, did you hear that? 11,000.
That's amazing.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
That's fantastic.
And the 2020 King of Soul is my best friend in the whole wide world, Steve Weiss. Steve! He raised $5,032.
Wow.
That's incredible.
I wish he was here so I could just pick at him and make fun of him to his face.
and you would round it up to 5,035, I think, because you'd probably give him $3 at least.
I would stuff it down his shoes, in the sole of his shoes, because he's an awesome guy.
Yeah.
And he really is kind. Chris Luzader, do you remember back when we started this event years ago? It was called the Boot Kickin' Fundraiser. Steve would always go outbid me on every single silent auction
he would
item.
just follow you.
He stalked me down the line, and I've never forgiven him for that. But what I love about him is he's so generous, and he's a great human being. So I didn't mind him outbidding me because it went to a
Right.
great cause. So do we have the winner of the Diva Den?
Kim Kallmeyer.
Woohoo! Wow.
Kim.
Congratulations,
Kim.
Hi, Kim. Hi, how are
If
you?
you have an extra chair, you can invite Jeremy, because he's the biggest diva
I'm
in
gonna
your
crash.
bunch.
I'm a diva. I crashed that party anyway. I just go find a seat.
He's probably going to lay across 4 of them.
Yes. I really would actually.
I know you would.
Yeah. Before we get to our live drawings, Brandy, would you like to say anything else about the Victim Center and any important information we need to hear before we draw for the key to the closet and the cellar?
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on the fact that, the Victim Center is in the business of saving lives and changing lives. And I want to tell you a quick story since I have the time. The Victim Center was established in 1976 by a grassroots group of caring individuals. And so we would not be here today without their sacrifice and commitment. However, since that time, the Victim Center's scope has grown, and we have served tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of individuals year after year. I personally joined the Victim Center in 2004 and was just incredibly humbled at the very first time I took a call. And it was a mother who had a son who was abused outside of their home in a place that she thought was safe. And unfortunately, her son struggled with some developmental delays. And so she was angry and sad and distraught, and she really had no place to turn. And so she did what a lot of parents do in those situations. She called the Victim Center. You know, at that time in my career, I really felt helpless because I just thought, how can somebody move forward in life after experiencing such a tragedy? But I was immediately impressed and blown away by the stellar team of staff, the Victim Center, and volunteers that wrapped themselves around this family, because I was able to say to this mother, you know what, there is help out there and there is hope. And that in and of itself was exactly what she needed to hear in that moment of time, and go on to be able to access free services for her family and that child to begin that healing journey. So much of what we do would not be made possible without the support from each and every one of you. And so I just want to say again, thank you to all of our sponsors, the board of directors. I want to say thank you to the event committee, to all of the volunteers who make this event possible every year. And Chris and Jeremy, this event would just not be possible also without your support as well. Do we have some fun drawings that we're going to get ready to give away?
That's
Oh,
what
do
we
we?
do.
Oh, do we?
That is something we're good at.
We are good at drawing names and reading them and arguing on camera.
Yes. So that's our specialty.
So let's do, what if we do the key to the cellar, which
Yeah.
is 52 bottles of wine, which is basically a bottle of wine a week,
Yeah.
basically. I mean, I
Well,
go through a bottle of wine a night, but
Right. I was gonna say.
I need lots of keys to that cellar. I need multiple keys, multiple cellars. Okay, I'm just being honest with you, Chris. And I've not had one drink tonight, I promise. Okay. Wait, let me do it better. Okay. Oh, they're falling out. Okay, here it is. The winner of the key to the cellar is number 3. 3, and they're looking up the person's name right now. Number 3 is the key to the cellar, which is Jennifer Agnew.
Yay!
I feel like we said that name a few
Wow.
times.
Jennifer Agnew won some other wine. I don't want to say anything, Jennifer, except for congratulations. You're
Yeah.
a fantastic supporter of this organization.
Yeah, money's going
And
to a
you
great
should
cause.
drink more wine and do more supporting.
There's still the silent auction until 9, guys, okay?
Yes. Drink up, Jennifer.
Drink it up.
There's more things to bid on.
All right, so now the key to the closet.
Yes.
Chris Luzier, this is a biggie. $4,000. You get everything in that closet.
Hold on. Is there wine in the closet? Because Jennifer might win.
Jennifer Agnew, hold on to your seat, okay?
Yeah. Jennifer's name in
Jennifer,
here
brace
too.
yourself.
Okay. Lucky number 13.
Ooh, 13. Is it? Are you? Is it? Are you kidding me? Is it? Wait, okay.
I'm so excited right now.
Are you? She's writing.
Yes!
Oh my.
Jennifer Agnew! We put the spell on Jennifer Agnew.
We put a spell on you, Jennifer Agnew.
That's
Wow.
See, this is where, there's all sorts of things to be said about drinking. Actually, when you're watching Wine, Women, and Shoes, it's a good thing. If your name is Jennifer Agnew.
I'm changing my name to Jennifer Agnew immediately after this broadcast because I need to go buy a lottery ticket.
Yes!
Jennifer, you should go buy a lottery ticket, by the way.
Jennifer Agnew has the keys to the city.
To the city. By
Jennifer Agnew for president.
You know what? If anybody can turn this world around, it's Jennifer Agnew. Just gonna say it. By the way, you can still bid on the silent auction items till 9. We're so thankful you tuned in to this virtual event this year. We love you so much. Brandy, one more time, we're going to toss it to you before we end the broadcast because you have some important thank yous as well.
Yeah, I just want to give a couple more shout outs before we wrap up our program tonight. Thank you to Gretchen Russell, Jennifer Downs, Victoria Aiken. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I also want to thank Retro Edge Media and BKD for sponsoring this live stream tonight. I had a lot of fun. I'm so happy about the outcome of this event, and I'm so excited about even planning for next year. Chris and Jeremy, thank you so much for giving of your talent and your time this evening. It's been a blast. And thank you to everybody again for attending and for making this event possible.
Thank you, Brandy, and thank you,
Yes.
Chris.
And you can still look at the website.
Yes.
Things are still happening. The party is not over.
And by the way, too, I was reading this, Chris, because I was double checking my script because I haven't followed it all night. So I thought I'd better read something. You get 20% off all of the virtual marketplace vendors. The proceeds, 20% of the proceeds
Yes.
go to the Victim Center. So there's vendors on the site in the marketplace, and 20% of that goes to the Victim Center. So definitely check that out. I just want to make sure I pointed that out before we sign off. But
Yes, and the entire organization here is amazing. Please support it, help the community, and thank you to the sponsors because
yes,
that is a big deal.
we
big
love you. We
undertaking.
could not do it without you. So our goal for you now is through 9 o'clock, get your wine in hand. Jennifer Agnew, especially you. You got lots of wine coming to you. Drink up, bid on the silent auction items. That will end at 9. Keep bidding. Keep your little parties going. Keep celebrating in this time of chaos. Celebrate what we have. Be appreciative because we have a lot to be thankful for.
Yes.
It's good to look at the positive side and all of the positivity that the Victim Center provides
Yes.
for all of these victims. They're amazing people.
And keep spreading it forward. And we're going to get Jennifer Agnew's address. And
We're
when we
coming
leave
over.
here, we're on
coming
our
over,
way to
Jen.
Jennifer Agnew's house.
And Chris Luzader, thank you for co-hosting. There's no other person I'd rather be insulted by than you.
Well, here, let me give you my fictitious wine that we're taking these to Jennifer's house.
Taking this and this to Jen's house. But guys, until next year, we'll see you in person next year. Thanks for coming to the virtual Wine, Women, and Shoes. Cheers, Chris. Bye, guys.